Tom Cruise came over. She had met him in a class, right, Heather? Like
it was an audition.
Class or something?
Oh, you met Tom Cruise at an audition?
Yeah.
Okay.
She kind of liked the bad boys. He was a kind of a goody back then.
He was too
Walked
goody
over
two-shoes.
with one of those tiny little Playmates that had a 6-pack of beer in it. He brought over the beer. Heather's like, I'm going to hide in the closet. Literally, Heather, you hid in the closet for like an hour and a half, and he talked to me about all the plays in high school that he was in. And
my question to you, Jillian, is did you ever feel the same split between being attracted to someone and loving them, but then having to disassociate or feel nervous when it became intimate? And if so, how'd you deal from that?
The first time I was molested, it was my grandfather, and I rose up from the bed and I was looking down at myself. So yes, I was very dissociate. And then with my uncle, and I used to think it was because I was adopted, but then I found out not true. I have a lot of cousins that went through the same thing, but it totally fucked up my. I've never had an orgasm with a man. Really? Oh
Ever?
Ever.
With any partners and all?
Ever,
Oh,
ever, ever, ever.
What do you want?
Welcome to our podcast. It's called What Do You Want? It's hosted by me, Jillian Barberie, as well as Mel. We call her Hot Nurse Mel, and Heather Locklear.
Hot nurse, not Heather.
We want this show to be about you. So whatever you want to talk about, we've pretty much got it covered. I mean, we've been through divorce, we've been through disease, we've been through narcissism recovery, we've been through booze and rehab and adoption, and what else? I found my birth family. Oh, how about child molestation? Bingo, I have that on my card. Yeah, wow. Not Heather.
Wow.
Not
Charmed life.
2 out of 3 ain't bad, said Meatloaf.
Isn't that right,
yeah,
Jerry?
Yeah.
I mean, we've all been through some stuff. And I think when you hit a certain point of life, you say, what do you want? So that's why we wanted this to be about you. What do you want in your life? What's next for you? So many people, if you're going through menopause, this woman has got you covered. Mel knows everything about all of that. And I wanted to mention that she has this fabulous new telehealth where you can just sit and have your sweats at home, like most women, like with their horrible fucking sweats, and you can call up a doctor and basically have things ordered to you, right?
Correct.
How great is that?
Yeah.
I would love that.
Well, we have a caller. Should we get him in? Should we get started?
Yeah.
Let's do it. All right. So this is Flora.
Flora.
She's got some intimacy issues.
Hi, ladies.
Hi.
How are you?
We're great. Wait, your name's not Flora?
No, it's Laura.
Laura. God damn it, Jerry.
Laura.
Open your frickin' eardrums.
It says Flora right here.
Hi, Laura.
Hi, my name is Flora, and it's about intimacy.
What's going on?
Mine's kind of a long one.
Good.
So I'm currently single, and I'm in my early 40s. So my question is for everyone, but I'm specifically for Jill, because Jill, I watch your IG Live pretty religiously, especially
thank you,
a
Laura.
year ago or so.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, you've helped me a lot too, because you've talked about your experience as a child and all the things you went through with, molestation.
Yeah.
So basically, I had a pretty okay childhood, to be honest. It was average. I did hit puberty really early in elementary school, which was not normal in comparison to my peers.
Yeah, no kidding. That's early.
It was uncomfortable, but it wasn't a huge big deal.
Right.
But that same summer, I was at a family party. It was actually at our own home, and all of the adults were downstairs, and I was upstairs watching a movie in my parents' bedroom. Mm. And a close family friend made his way upstairs, I guess when everyone was busy.
Yeah.
And he realized that I had already, I don't know what words am I allowed to use on the show, but he realized I was already on my period, essentially. Yeah. So there was no penetration, but he did molest me, and it was very traumatic.
Yeah.
And so...
how old were you?
I won't go into graphic details, but I was 10 years old.
Oh, okay. Yes. Okay. Yeah. I understand.
And so I never had any experience with any of this kind of stuff. And I had limited, it was the 90s. So
nobody talked about it.
Was still I can't hear you. What's that?
Nobody talked about it, and it's scary to go to your
Nobody
parents.
talked about it. And then even worse, I didn't realize it, but before school, I was having panic attacks every morning, but I didn't know what panic attacks were. And no one talked about mental health or any of that kind of stuff. So anyways, moving on. So then into adulthood, I eventually told people when I was like 28. But in the meantime, as I was having relationships, I noticed that it really messed me up with men.
Yep.
I'm attracted to them and I enjoy sex, but absolutely stray from intimacy. So at one point I heard Dr. Drew, because I followed him for a long time, and he talked about in the porn industry that a lot of women have to take benzos to kind of disassociate during sex.
Yes.
So, and I don't take them regularly. I don't even take them semi-regularly. But so me being fucked up, I took this advice as like a way to deal with things. And when I'm initially getting intimate with someone I actually really do care for and is a good guy, I have to sort of disassociate to be comfortable. And it's in contrast with men who I actually don't even care about. I don't have to do that at all. Like
Interesting.
It's completely fine and I can stay in the moment. Yeah. So my question to you, Jillian, is did you ever feel the same split between being attracted to someone and loving them, but then having to disassociate or feel nervous when it became intimate? And if so, how'd you deal from that? And FYI, I have been to therapy.
Okay. 1000%, Laura. All that you said. I mean, the first time I was molested, it was my grandfather, and I rose up from the bed and I was looking down at myself. So yes, I was very dissociate. And then with my uncle, and I used to think it was because I was adopted, but then I found out not true. I have a lot of cousins that went through the same thing, but it totally fucked up I've never had an orgasm with a man. Never. Stop. Really? Oh
ever?
Ever.
With any partners at all?
Ever. And I've been with 3 women in my life too. Miami, that was a crazy time. Yeah, just I definitely have intimacy issues, and yes, I have been to therapy. It fucking sucks when somebody says, "Oh, he just grabbed her once." I don't care. Like as soon as a man puts his hand on a 7 or 6-year-old on their privates, that is life changing. And I'm gonna get really grossly graphic. I had a boyfriend at the time, and I finally told somebody. I was like, my grandfather and my uncle molested me, and he goes, "Well, what were you wearing?" I go, "I was 6. I don't fucking know." I swear to God, I had to laugh.
Wow.
But the other thing is, I did have a therapist that said to me, when my uncle molested me, he actually died of heroin with a dirty needle, but he was so good looking. Like he was so hot. He had tattoos and long black hair because they're Native American, like Heather. Oh, wow.
The Bluetooth finally started to join us. Oh, well, screw it.
Does that mean that Laura's going to be on Bluetooth?
No, she's probably still on the phone.
So Laura,
I'm still here.
To answer your question, it is so hard for me to this day. I'm 58 and I haven't had sex in 10 years, nor have I even tried to do anything to myself because I just don't give a shit anymore. So I think they ruined not only my childhood, but they ruined the way I viewed sex. I could have sex when I was a teenager with older guys and didn't give a fuck. It's not like I was all around or anything, but I could totally just not a problem. I was with a teacher, one of my teachers at my high school, Catholic high school. Yeah. And in my marriages,
it numbs you, basically. I know what you're talking about.
Completely numbs me. And both marriages never had orgasm. Not once. Married to them for 7 years. Sex to me, either I was all in and like crazy sex with a rapper or, a rock star or a baller, like that kind of sex for one night, great fun. But marriages, no. My sexuality and the way I think about myself is all fucked up. So I can't help you. Moving on, Mel, what do you have to say?
I was just going to say, it sounds like you need just as much help as Laura.
Laura, yeah, we could go to couples therapy together, Laura.
Let's go.
Now, I could say that
it's also true of even on yourself, for not to like use graphic terms, but even with masturbation, you cannot.
No.
When you're by yourself,
no,
be able to.
I just don't even give a fuck anymore. Nope. It's been years. Maybe there's something mentally wrong with me, but I'm okay with it. I live in my small apartment. I paint. I love my little life. And I think because I was so out there and large with my personality for so long, it's nice to be quieter. I'm still very honest. I will always be honest with you guys about my truth because I think it might help you. But I think possibly you're open to dating again. Things might or could change if you this time around, like when I was in my early 40s, I couldn't wait to date. I was excited, Well, that's not true. I had 2 babies at 40 and 42, but maybe we divorced at 47. 47, I had the divorce diet. I was so skinny, but I had 2 kids to look after, and dating was the last thing on my mind. But I did go on 2 dates, and I think if you met the right guy in your 40s, it might be able to change. Maybe you could,
Yeah, definitely. I met a lot of really nice guys that I like, but I think the issue is that I can't accept the intimate. Like, I've had orgasms with men and all that, but I can't accept the intimacy part of it. That part freaks me out. The passion part doesn't at all.
That's interesting.
So I guess it's just like you kind of have to code switch in a weird way. I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah.
Because it's true. Once this happens to you as a child, it's embedded in your brain because you're so little.
How did that happen?
Yeah, it definitely mess you up.
How did that affect you, Mel?
Not as severe as you, but I'm very, very shy around men. Even at 6 years with my last boyfriend, I would come to bed with like a turtleneck and pants on and get under the covers and then take them off.
With that body. It just fascinates me, right, Heather? Because we both look at your body, we're like, oh my God, like it's that body is so perfect. And it was the body I used to have when I was on TV. And I remember Lauren Sanchez saying to me once, she had not lost all her baby weight. And I said, but you look amazing. And she said, no, I don't. She said, I have to be really skinny because when you're that skinny, it's power. And the Enquirer happened to be in Hawaii when I was there. And this woman swam up to me and she's like, is your name Jillian? And I'm like, yeah, it was so fucking random. And I was with Rocco and we were swimming. Rocco was a baby. I could hold him. And I'm coming out of the water and the paparazzi took all these pictures and they posted them in the Enquirer. And Lauren Sanchez was filling in for Dorothy. And she goes, are you fucking horrified? And I'm like, I don't give a fuck. And she goes, oh, I would be horrified if I looked. I'm like, yeah, thanks, bitch. If I look like that. And they got my picture because having a perfect body is power over men. I'm telling you, my next book my only book is going to be called I Should Have Listened to Lauren Sanchez. But
no, but I get what Nurse Mel is saying because it's kind of, because if men over-sexualize you, then you want to kind of go the opposite way because you feel shame. Or that's how I feel. So I get it. I never actually will strip naked in front of a guy. I'm the same way until it's like actually time to do the deed. So I do understand that.
Okay. Well, we love you, Laura. Just know that we are rooting for you and hoping
Thank you. Thank you for answering my question.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Good luck with the podcast.
Thanks for opening up my childhood horror memories. Just kidding. Just kidding. Okay. Thank you. We have another caller.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
We do. We have Moline Jane Burley. She has 5 questions, some advice for dating. You know what? I'll let her ask it.
Okay.
5
she
questions.
Come up here?
She's live.
Hi. What's her name?
Oh, hi. Do you hear me?
Oh my God. Wait, were you Heather's roommate?
Yes.
I want stories. I want stories.
That, you guys, that might be another podcast because
I can imagine. I have a question. Tell me about, was she like always sparkly and gorgeous? And like, did you see her become famous?
Yeah. So Heather, I don't want to, like, she was a celebrity before she became famous because every guy in the dorm was obsessed with her.
Of course.
And she would come down to the where we ate, and she'd always wear like the cutest, sexiest outfit, and it would be like the guys couldn't even eat their cereal because she was so cute. But the other thing is she gave them all her phone number because she's such a nice person.
Yeah.
And then I was a secretary because she was never home.
You had to
feel the landline. We had a landline, so the phone would continually ring, and I'd be like, "Oh, I'm sorry, he's not here right now," or I'd take a message. True story I'm about to tell now, if we're on this one, is Tom Cruise came over. She had met him in a class, right, Heather? Like
it was an audition.
Oh, you met Tom Cruise at an audition?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my God.
Yeah. So he came over. She kind of liked the bad boys. He was a kind of a goody back then.
He was too
Walked
goody
over
two
with
shoes.
one of those tiny little playmates that had a 6-pack of beer in it. He brought over the beer. Heather's like, I'm going to hide in the closet. Literally, Heather, you hid in the closet for like an hour and a half, and he talked to me about all the plays in high school that he was in. And
No.
I was, yeah.
I thought
One
Tom
of
was the
many
one in the
times
closet.
where-
Oh, hey, sorry.
Later to find out it was frickin' Tom Cruise in my our tiny little 2-bedroom apartment having a one-on-one.
And you're hiding in the closet the whole time. That's insane. Yeah. Did you ever see him after that?
Yeah, he and Sean Penn came over, and I told Janie, she was there. She goes, I don't remember that. And I go,
oh my gosh, Janie, Sean Penn and Tom Cruise came over?
Yeah, and I think...
I honestly do not remember that one. But here's another one. Then she was asked out by, the $6 million man. What was his name?
Lee Majors. Lee Majors.
Yeah.
Lee Majors.
Oh, that would be.
You know why? Because she was
on a date, and I was a little nervous because he was like my dad's age at the time. But
Heather,
you went on it.
You did go on a date with Lee Majors.
This is such a good story. You went on a date with him. You came back with this bottle of wine, and nobody drank wine back then. You know, this is before all the millennials were into their wine clubs.
Yeah.
And you came back, and you said, "Oh, he told me this is like very fine wine. It was like at the time $200, but you know now it would be whatever." And he left, and we we opened some 7-Up, and we're like, oh, he told you to wait till you were 21 to drink it,
right?
And we had some 7-Up in the refrigerator, and we were like, screw that, and we made wine coolers. Remember that, Heather?
It's like a Rothschild, 1961.
He gets a Scientology discount, but no, but you know what?
No, that's not Tom Cruise. That was Lee Majors.
Oh, Lee Majors. I'm sorry.
That was Lee Majors.
I have a question about Lee Majors. So Lee Majors was with Farrah Fawcett, and I believe in my time growing up in Canada, Farrah Fawcett was that, and then all of a sudden, boom, Heather Locklear came on the scene, and she was the new Farrah Fawcett. Like I don't know.
Well, you're so right. He had a look that he liked.
Yeah, gorgeous
blonde
women.
and gorgeous.
Yeah, like bye.
Oh,
yeah.
That's crazy.
Well, I'm trying to think if there's any other celebs that came by that I have a story for.
Well, then she ended up with Tommy Lee not too long.
Heather was a celeb in the dorms. Like everybody was infatuated. Yeah. And she was so nice to people that even made it better for her, I guess, if not.
I think people, and she's the same way now. And so when people do meet her, they're like, oh my God, she's so nice. She makes everybody feel like they are heard.
Except for poor Jerry.
Except for Jerry.
I feel heard.
So true.
And that's hurt with a T on the end.
Right.
But you know what?
She's
amazing because she does have all of that. And I think sometimes that can be also intimidating to people. Like they're like, you're so out there and fun, and you're like, oh my God, that's Heather Locklear. You know what I mean? You are like that. Sandra Bullock's the same way as you. She has your
well, Janie was just here with my other friend Patty, White Patty.
White Patty. We got White.
I gotta meet White Jerry's got to meet White Patty.
Yeah.
So funny.
We had the best weekend. It was so much fun. We had massages. They played golf, and it was just really a great weekend.
That's nice that you have girls' weekends
forever. Like
so White Patty was named White Patty because she grew up in Oakland in this tiny Catholic school, and there were 2 girls on her volleyball team, a black girl named Patty, and then our Patty, who was white. And the volleyball coach said they had to, you know how in volleyball you have to say the name before you hit it to the next person? And the coach said, say White Patty or Black Patty.
That's kind of how Jerry got his name.
Right.
Jerry was in a group with Prince, and Prince already had a black Jerry playing guitar. So that didn't he call you White Jerry because of that?
He called me White Jerry because I wasn't funky enough.
Oh, that's a different.
Is that true?
Different connotation.
Yeah.
Oh, it's an insult.
Totally.
He loved to tease people.
Yeah. Well, I get it. Well, Janie, that's
good fun.
That's a great. Those are good
Well,
Heather
Janie,
stories.
Glad you guys had a good time this weekend.
Thank you so much for your good stories.
Well, basically, Heather, I will say one more thing about you, and then you guys can sign off. But Heather always studied and was a good student. Where I thought I was at camp when I went to college. Like I'm one of 5 girls. I never studied. I was on academic probation almost every single quarter. But Heather, you took it seriously, probably because your dad was a Marine, and he said,
and because he worked there.
And he worked there. Right.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're a good girl.
Thank you,
so
White
Pat.
White Janie.
Thank you, White Janie.
Thank you.
You're the best.
Love you so much.
You, Heather.
Thank you.
Thanks for last weekend. So fun. All right.
Yeah. Okay.
Bye. Your mom says the same thing about you, that you were always a really good girl.
I had a Christian heart.
You have a Christian heart, but then you like the bad boys.
You got
to balance it out.
Attract.
Yeah, it's so true. You are like that good girl. I could see you studying and doing all that. Yeah. I was more like Janie. College was a party.
Oh yeah.
So we've got Shay from Ohio.
Ohio, what up, Ohio? Hi, Shay.
She wants to talk about how you know each other, and secondly, she wants to talk about bad boys.
Well, Heather and Mel can take that. Yeah. Hi, Shay.
Hi, how are you?
We're great. How's Ohio?
This is so much fun, by the way. I feel like I just met like 3 new best friends. I'll never meet you probably in person ever, but I just so much fun listening to you guys.
Thank you.
Well,
and I cannot wait to read your book. I should have listened to Lauren Sanchez. I think everybody would read that book.
The more I say it and put it out there, the more people go, you should call your book that. But my book has nothing to do, like she might be in a chapter, but I could call it that. Anyway, Shay, you wanted to know how we all know each other?
Yes.
Okay.
I feel like you've been friends forever.
Okay, we are very good friends. Heather and I go back 30 years at least. I think I met her. We don't know how, but I was an extra on Melrose Place, and then it gradually landed me like one small reporter role. But we both have the same friend who did makeup, and I was on the NFL.
Right.
I would always run into Heather. My wedding night, I was at Heather's. Like I love her. She's like
funny.
A sister.
That was crazy because you were walking out of my gates in the white dress. I'm like, what?
That was I think Lisa
Where was your
stole it
honeymoon?
from Melrose Place. It was
I gave it to her.
Oh my God. Well, I loved my wedding dress. It looked so good on me. Anyway,
so cute.
It's Heather's, but
not mine.
we're like sisters, and
her birthday's the day after mine.
And her
years
mom
younger
is like the most beautiful woman in the world, and I love her, and I love her sister Colleen. Like we get along great.
And my brother.
Mark,
brother fucker.
Yeah, brother. She calls me brother fucker, but I love him, but I'm not, because like I love his personality because he has Heather's personality. But okay, wait, Shay. So that's how Heather and we know each other.
And then my dad passed away, and you were all over for him. You were so fantastic. My dad loved. You were just really good.
I love your family,
yeah.
And your mom and I went to look at places for his hospice, and your mom ended up finding a really good place.
I'm talking.
And then, oh my God, when Heather's mom is like, if Heather starts talking, she'll go, you can't see me, but she goes, Heather, and she wiggles her fingers. She goes, no, Heather, stop, Heather, stop. And then she one day said to me, puts her hand out in my face, and I was like, oh my God, I'm part of the family. I was so excited. but Mel, okay, so I met Mel through Dorothy, who I was co-host on Good Day LA, or maybe you saw Good Day Live, maybe in Ohio. Maybe not, but Dorothy.
Probably.
Dorothy,
I know of it.
Yeah, she's so lovely. And when I had cancer, all of my girlfriends who are my age or older, I'm like fat like Uncle Fester, bald, green from all like drugs. And my friends are visiting, and they look so youthful and vibrant. I'm like, what the F is going on? And then they dropped the secret, and the secret truly was Nurse Mel. She was giving them NAD, and they had been on it for a couple of years, and you could see it in their eyes were bright and white, sparkly. Their skin looked good. I was like, fuck you guys. I have to catch up. So I started going to Nurse Mel because I was fat, over like 200 pounds, and she's helped me lose 65. I'm kind of stuck at that right now, but I'm still doing what I'm supposed to do food-wise. I think you'd be really happy with the food I'm doing right now, I'll tell you. But she gave me those shots. What is it called? Monjaro. Yeah. And it literally helped save my life. And she's also a good person it's a lifestyle. It's like people go, oh, I love that weight loss shot, right? It's not like I don't eat. It slows your mind down to make better choices. So you're not like, oh, I'm so fucking hungry, I want a burger. No, it slows you can go to the supermarket, you can get lettuce. Like she's taught me all of that stuff. So it's a lifestyle choice, and
it's a tool in the toolkit.
Do you want to know what she taught me?
Yeah.
She goes, what'd you have for breakfast this morning? And I'm like, yogurt and berries. She goes, that's insulin. Blah, 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 blah. You should be having seeds and
bird seeds
and seeds and nuts. And I go, do I go out to the bird feeder? Because
if that's what it takes.
if I'm okay,
After the
I'm
squirrels,
going to
though.
fight over the squirrels.
Heather's in line with the squirrels, then the birds, and then Heather gets to peck.
I'd get maybe a seed.
But Nurse Mel is doing this incredible thing with this telehealth. You should tell her about it because it's just really wonderful for women, giving back to women.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I created it mostly so people could have inexpensive access to different prescriptions, but I designed it to where
Can you get a deal on Adderall?
Oh,
I used to
Jillian
take
needs
that.
we'll be adding things, but not controlled substances.
Okay.
Oh, shit. I used
Oh,
to be on
damn
that.
it.
Made me fucking crazy. Go
Well,
ahead.
yeah,
How about
that's
some
crazy.
fentanyl? Will that? Oh, we
Well,
get we
fentanyl will
die.
kill you.
Oh,
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
We'll be thin.
We'll be in our coffins.
Yeah.
Thin but dead. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very smelly.
You'll be rotting. No problem.
But what can they order from anything pretty
Well,
much?
all the GLP-1s, the Mounjaro you're on, NAD injections, all kinds of.
I want to try an injection.
I still have a bump from the
Yeah.
injection.
What is the
It happens.
NAD?
Your little
I
fascia
hear a
can
lot
be-
about it. Is
Okay.
that
Yeah,
something
she's
you
asking.
recommend?
What's that?
The NAD shots.
What
You
about it?
She
recommend
wants-
the NAD? I've heard a lot about it lately.
What
Let
is
me-
what
She
is-
wants to know what it is.
Oh, well, it's a molecule you already have in your body. It's pretty much the driver of your DNA and the mitochondria of your cells. And as soon as that starts to drop around the age of 35, that's what aging is. So it's best to supplement and get your NAD levels back up.
Mr. needs some NAD.
Mr.
Mr. needs some ammo.
He likes it.
Um,
But yeah, it's just for overall general health. Your brain, your energy, your DNA, all of it is driven by NAD.
you know what's interesting, Shay?
And what's your website again?
My website is
Me.
12 the word 28 the number rx.com. And I'll just say one last thing about that. I grew up with a single mother and very much struggled with money. So it's always been a passion to help other women make money when they can't figure out how to, because it's power. So on my telehealth, you can sign up and you can earn 20 to 40% off all the prescriptions coming in through your link. And it doesn't cost you anything.
Isn't that amazing?
That is great.
Yeah. So that makes me
is.
very happy.
And-
That's amazing.
Shay, how I'm just curious, how old are you?
I am 42.
So you're young. I have to say, I remember a doctor telling me at 35, the best time to get pregnant is from like your early 20s to 28 is prime. By the time a woman hits 35, she loses half her eggs. When I got pregnant at 40.
10%. At 30, you've got 10% of your eggs.
Okay, so
Wow.
Wait, at 30?
At 30.
Yeah.
At 40, it's 3%.
That's right.
I got
Because I was at the
pregnant at
doctor and he
37.
said to me, "You better stop, Dr. Ant." He goes, "You better stop saying on the air. It was so easy to get pregnant," because he goes, "You had a 3% chance of getting pregnant at 40." And then I got pregnant at 42, and I didn't really talk a lot about it, but I was so excited. I thought, in my body, I must have, an animal organism that wants to have a baby with this person. So I had two great, amazing humans. But you're starting at that time in the early 40s. Like I had got cancer in my early 50s, and Suzanne Summers called me and she's like, "This is the time for women to really look at Mel. Mel's 55, eats well, works out. When you and we take care of ourselves better now. Like the Golden Girls were younger than us, for fuck's sakes, and they looked like old women. But now 50.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're younger
Dude,
than
they
us.
were younger than us.
Yeah.
They were
The
40,
Golden Girls are
49,
younger than us.
50.
But they were made up to make look.
Yes,
like
they
you're-
were.
Oh, well,
Well,
yeah, but
I
back
mean-
then,
But then
women
came
didn't have
Maude.
access to what we do now. Like, look at Mel, 55. They used to say, "Cut your hair at 40." I was an anchor woman. I said, "Fuck that."
Glad you did.
Because I was just coming into my prime. And so nowadays, there's so many preventative things for women to do. Mel gets hit on by 25-year-old guys, and don't fucking lie. She left a restaurant the other night, and Dorothy took a picture of somebody hitting on her.
Oh, shit.
Every fucking time we go out, this bitch gets hit
It's
on.
not true, people.
It is true. And now Dorothy has
Why are you
evidence. So
lying?
yeah, stop lying.
Why are you lying?
Just say I'm hot.
I just feel like it's an over-exaggeration.
Dorothy got a picture.
It's not.
Okay, fine. It happens.
Mel
Say
is very
thank-
beautiful at 55. And
Well, we all are.
but my point is, I think if you take care of yourself
Yes.
as well as you do,
Mhm.
and you're in your early 40s now, Shay, this is the time to sort of get that ball rolling. You know what I mean?
Well, this is the time in your life to start all your baseline testing.
Yes.
All that stuff is it's a great age to start that. And NAD, it's a great year to start that. And keep your Muscle mass. That's a big, huge thing to start right now. Start banking it now while you can.
How do you do that?
You work out, you eat protein.
Okay. And
Okay.
yeah, I mean, you're ahead of the game in your 40s.
Yeah.
Were you yelling at your dog? He's going.
Well, I'm
think
afraid
he's
he's
going to pee on the
Look,
purse?
he's climbing on your.
What's she doing on her purse, mister? But yes, I hope that we've answered that question. And again, it's 12 the word, 20 the number, 28 the number.
12 the word, 28 the number, rx.com.
I'll put a super up too.
Oh, thank you,
yeah.
Jerry.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you,
we're
Shay.
gonna move on.
Thanks,
I
Shay.
feel like I have more and more questions, but I know other callers are probably waiting.
Well, hang on the line.
Yeah,
Maybe we'll come
Yeah,
back to you.
I'll keep you live, Shay. You can join in.
We'll come.
We have Yvonne, and basically she says in a nutshell, she wants to know how to date beyond the douchebag.
Good luck.
In LA. Oh.
Our eggs die 3% at the age of 40. Douchebags
Yeah.
go up.
Douchebags go up. Yeah, sadly. Oh my God. Yvonne, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Hi.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going really well, except for dating, obviously. But everything else is great.
I feel you. Are you in LA?
I am. I'm born and raised in Canada. And honestly, I've heard the same stories from my friends back home. Not the ones who got married at like 20.
Yeah.
But the other ones who were dating later. It's the same stories.
Yep.
So I'm like, is it LA? What is it?
Well, okay. What part of Canada are you from?
Montreal originally.
Oh, that's where I started my career. I fucking love Montreal. Anyway, I was born in Toronto.
Nice.
Yeah, I started my TV career. I'm Canadian too. But the thing is, all my friends in Canada got married at 20, exactly what you're saying. They have 6 kids. Those kids now have kids. They all stay together in Canada. I don't have many single friends up there because they're with their they're with their college or high school sweetheart. But here, I'm telling you, I was on that site, Raya. That scared me. Raya, whatever it is. It's like all the hot men that are, like Ben Affleck was on it and all Moby. It was so random. I never dated anybody from it. But my girlfriend just got on this website. You're going to die. Men pay $100,000 to get on it to date women that are already, in their 40s or 50s that have had lives. They don't rely on you for money. They don't want kids. They already have grown kids. And you look at their finances. It's insane. A friend of mine just did this, and she's been on 5 or 6 dates with this guy. Now, I couldn't do it. He's 70. He's got gray balls. I'm sorry. I can't do gray balls. But
How do you know he's got gray balls?
he's 70, for God's sake.
Well, so they found me that dating site and sent me the cutest man.
Okay.
With his salary.
Yes.
And they said, are you ready to go out on a date?
Did you sign up?
No.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Why?
Gray balls. That's what's wrong with it.
No, but like seriously, there are really good websites that want quality women, and men are paying for that kind of quality. They don't want the 24-year-old bimbo who's still trying to figure it out and wants to be an actress in Hollywood. Good luck.
Yeah, this billionaire is actually 5 years younger than me.
Are you fucking out of your mind for
Not
not
cute too.
What is the problem with you?
Yeah, why won't you go? Thank you,
Have
Jerry.
you ever been on a 737 private flight?
Yes, I have, actually.
So I want to know what's your hesitation?
Men frighten me.
Is it because you were molested, you think?
I don't know. I've never made that connection in my brain.
Interesting. What scares you about them? That they're serial killers and rapists and
No,
school shooters?
I just shut down and become very shy. I don't know why.
That's interesting.
So
Mister's even telling you to get out on a date.
And then I can't really figure out, what do I want? Why do I want to date a man? What do I want from that?
Oh,
There's nothing I crave.
But that's where I am.
What do you want?
Thank you, Jerry.
Thanks, Jerry.
That's a great question, and that's why we're here.
I don't care about sex.
No, okay.
I don't need money.
Mm-hmm.
I have the greatest girlfriends.
Yep.
So I don't know why a man. I can't find the reason to want to.
Maybe you're content, even though you're.
Content.
But okay, I'm going to take it a step further. This guy's cute. He's got money. Is there anything about you that says pushing you towards maybe trying it to get out of your comfort zone?
It's a little interesting.
It sounds like it.
It's a little. He's cute. He's cute too.
Jeez.
And his bio sounds cool.
Really?
He has a picture of his dog on his private plane. It's
better than his private parts. I hate when men do that. It's so gross. So yeah, dating in LA is a very hard, I would imagine, thing. I don't do it.
Yvonne, do men send you dick pics?
Yvonne?
I get them all the
Do
time.
men send you dick pics?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm here. What was that?
Do men send you dick pics?
No, I feel like I think they're a little scared to send me dick pics. I work out a lot, and I think that they're just
what's
like,
your number?
that chick's gonna rip my dick off if I send a picture.
Jerry wants to know your number.
What are you doing later?
Mel gets them, and
I get them a
it's
lot.
so fucking gross. It's like, what do they expect from us? Like to be like, ooh, that's fabulous shape. Whoa, that mushroom top is glowing. Like it's so disgusting.
And there's no warning either. I just open it up.
Yeah,
and
there it is.
hits me in the eye.
By the way, she sees so many penises because she does penis enlargements on men, and so I wonder if that has made you a little like. How like
No, because that's medical. It feels different.
okay, it looks different too. When
Yeah.
sliced open and stuff. Not that I've seen that.
Slizzard.
Yikes.
Ugh.
So I don't know. I would say, but then Lisa Guerrero, my other friend who's 61, went on, I don't know, Bumble or one of those and met a multimillionaire from Ohio. And he moved here, and now they have a beautiful home in Malibu. They just got engaged. I mean, you never know what's up in life. Like
You really
it could be Bumble. You have to take chances and put yourself out there. And Mel doesn't want to. I haven't. Yvonne,
But bring along a knife.
bring a knife just in case. Yeah.
I met my last boyfriend with no makeup on, a baseball hat, just having dinner with my friend, and he stopped me. So you just don't know where life's going to take you.
Yeah, you don't know.
You don't know.
You don't know.
You just got to get out
I mean,
there.
you've met people in different, like on a plane, you've met people
Yeah,
through work.
plane.
It's amazing how, if you are open to it,
Yeah.
and you have to
You
be.
gotta be open.
I'm definitely not, but you are, right? Open to it?
You're open
Oh,
to it.
me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm open. I mean, I would say I am, but the thing is, you said something that really struck a chord where you said you're content. I'm really content as well, and I have a lot of male friends, female friends, and if the choice is to go out with somebody new and maybe have like a terrible time,
Right.
or a great time, or to
Yes.
go out with my friends and know I'm going to have a great time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
The
Agreed.
choice for me is like, I don't
That's
know.
Right.
well, that is
Yeah.
there. It is right there.
That's
But
how I
maybe
feel.
with your friends and your guy friends and your girlfriends, they know someone who feels like you.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't want cuddles, but
You
you know
don't
what?
want cuddles?
No. Even after sex, I'd be like, roll over the other side of the bed. Leave me alone. I want to mention quickly that you brought up a great point. You struck a chord with me. They just did a poll, and I think it was in Time magazine, or anyway, it was women now in their 40s and 50s that have had great careers, that have already been divorced. They are the ones that are not available. And there are men out there that want women like that, but there just aren't. We are too content. We've already been through the shit of marriage. Let me tell you, never fucking again. So I'm just saying.
I can't. What did you say?
I said never again. Never again. Hellacious. And when people go, oh, there's like somebody you're a match, I'm like, I don't care. You're so right. You go out with your friends. You don't have to sit across from somebody and be like, how many brothers do you have? Where are you from? Who gives a fuck? I don't care. I don't want to hear it. I don't care about you.
Does he think I'm pretty?
Yeah, I want to go out with my friends and let loose, right?
Yvonne wants to know if you have any advice on how to get back out there.
How to get back out there. Mel, you can get back out there. I mean, Heather, you got back out there a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But your attitude is so, you're like, yeah, you have no problem with it, Mel.
I think that's
But I'm in a
when it
better,
works.
better place in my life. You know, I haven't been married for a long time, kind of got out of a bad relationship, and I'm like open. And yeah.
That's what I love about you. And I can see that you're open, and it makes it so, I don't know, wonderful. I think men are attracted to that. Where Mel, you're a little more, we say content. Content can also be a little closed off.
That could be closed off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
This is always how we are. You're at one end of the pole. You're one, and I'm usually somewhere in the middle of
Yeah.
you two.
Right.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
It's crazy on a lot of different subjects.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for your call, by the way. I don't even know if we solved a damn thing. I mean,
You didn't.
Not for Jerry. At
It's
least.
actually it's good to not feel so alone out there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Really nice.
there you
I
go.
do appreciate it, you guys.
oh,
Yeah,
thank you so
very
much for your call. You are not alone. Trust me, sister. We are all in this together.
Yes,
Thank you.
absolutely.
Thank you so much.
The only thing I know about our next caller, I never my mic on. The only thing I know about the next caller is it says leaning on the Pritchett self-love.
What's
What?
Pritchett?
I don't know. Hopefully I
Let's
can
find
tell
out.
her.
Who is it?
Don't know.
Oh, hello.
Hi. it's
Hi.
Leanne.
What's your name?
It's Leanne.
Leah?
Leanne?
Leanne.
Do we know you?
Leanne, yeah. Sorry, I'm on my cell phone.
That's okay.
So,
Tell us, what's up?
yeah. So I have a question. It's going to be a little bit different than what y'all were just talking about, but I give a lot of myself to others, right? And I always feel really guilty when I try to make myself a priority. And I was wondering how y'all handle that, because as women, we're taught to give so much, and I always feel really, really guilty.
It's a woman's disease.
How do you guys handle that?
Well, I looked after 2 marriages. Those guys didn't pay 1 cent, either of them. I paid 1 alimony. I didn't even have kids with him. And the second one was so torturous. Mentally, I had to go to 4 years of therapy because I had trauma bonding. And because I was the giver, I did everything. And the more I gave, the less that person did. They didn't do anything for me. The more they took, and the more resentful they got, because it was absolutely hellacious. And I think because I never felt guilty because I gave so much of myself to my family. I'd go to work, I'd come home, I paid the bills, I got skinny again for a commercial after I had a baby, and everything. I did everything for my family. So I don't know what kind of guilt, because you're a people pleaser. Usually you
Yeah.
It's not guilt you feel. It's like an emptiness. If you're not getting it replenished, like I gave everything and my cup did not get filled up with anything. There was not one sorry in 7 years, very little I love yous, just what the fuck, where's this? I thought you were going to do that, blah, 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 blah. So
I feel like as you age, though, you grow out of that. When you're in a deficit of...
You think so?
I do.
There are a lot of people that are stuck with narcissists for 30 years and they completely, you become a shell of yourself. You don't recognize, your eyes are blank. You're just like waiting for the next insult, or you're waiting for the next correction that you did wrong.
Is she asking about just one person, or just being a people pleaser in general?
Yeah. Like, are you a people
she feels
pleaser?
Guilty about doing good stuff for herself. Because I just had my girlfriends with me this past weekend.
Yeah.
I find that you feed each other, and like we had massages and didn't feel guilty about it because we all did it together. And so that replenishes a little bit more when you, to me, always with my friends.
Yes. So you have to, we call it self-love. Be kind to yourself, because it's taken me 58 years to be kind to myself. I was so hard on myself. And now I'm like, I have to be kind to me, because I've done,
with age, you realize that you if you deplete yourself to everyone else, you have nothing left over to give even them.
Yeah.
So you have to take care of yourself first.
You have to. Yes. It's like the airplane putting the mask on you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think, don't feel guilty. Are you married?
Well, legally on paper, yes. It's still not everything is done yet.
Oh,
so.
Okay. So are you going through a divorce?
Yeah, I will be. Yeah.
Well, you're about to move into your selfish years.
Yes.
Well, it's hard too, just because I'm a special education teacher, so I give so much to everybody else, right?
Oh.
And I'm like, wait, where does Leanne come in? Where do I come in?
Right. True.
Yeah. So it's what I do for a living too. Yeah.
Leanne, I'll tell you something. If you're not getting it from outside sources, give it to yourself. Like Heather said, get that massage. Do not feel guilty, especially working with special ed.
Yeah, definitely.
That is I know my girlfriend
very
does.
draining.
And it's a lot of giving that the regular person, it doesn't even give. It's extra. It's, and so I can only imagine if you're not getting it at home, when you came home after working with that, it must've been brutal. So not only be kind to yourself, but allow yourself to, get that massage, like Heather said, or just a nice hot bath for you, a glass of wine, whatever it takes,
I've never seen Mr. have this much energy.
Sorry, Heather's dog is tearing up the place here.
That's hilarious.
Oh, what are you doing, mister? Are you be a bad boy?
Oh, good.
I think that some of that's going to come naturally when you get a divorce.
Yeah, I hope that does. If you're a people pleaser and,
and you already know it.
Yeah.
You already know you're that way.
Yeah.
So
awareness
you
is
just have to pivot a little bit.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
Awareness is the first thing.
It'll feel weird at first, but then I think you'll start to feel better.
And then you become addicted to it.
Yeah.
Let's not be addicted to things.
I'm addicted to being alone and doing what I want to do now.
I am too, for sure.
Is what I mean by that.
I don't want anyone coming in and fucking up my life. I don't care. It's like somebody's like, "Oh, don't you want to get married again?" I go, "Why would I fuck up a perfectly nice little happy life?" No, thank you. But I had such trauma bonding that it was just horrible. So if you do need to speak to a therapist, I think there's nothing wrong with that. I certainly did. Yeah. I spoke to 3. Yeah. But it helped me.
Wow.
Yeah. Helped me get through the divorces.
Awesome.
Yeah. But you will get through it. I know people here are going through divorce too, and it's hell. But you will get to the other side, and it will be so much brighter, and it will be about you for a change.
And you'll have some peace.
Peace.
Yeah, peace.
Yeah.
Yes.
Peace.
I hope so.
Oh, you will.
No
I
doubts.
hope so.
You will.
Yeah.
You will.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank
All
you
right.
for
Well,
calling
thank you,
in.
ladies. I appreciate it.
Thank
right,
you.
thanks.
You just have to get through that fire.
you. Take
Get to
care.
the other side. Thank you,
Yeah.
sweetie.
Keep us posted.
It's what?
Keep us
Okay.
posted.
Yeah, do keep us posted. We're going to be here every Wednesday. So we'd love to hear, the updates.
So should we get to some of these questions?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fire away, Jer.
Yeah. Okay. Somebody wrote in on, I don't know if it's from the Instagram or what, but it says, I hit menopause at 51, put a year on and 35 pounds. The weight gain honestly felt overnight. My clothes don't fit. My skin is dry. No matter what creams I use, sex doesn't feel the same, and sometimes it's painful.
Right.
Used to walk in the room. Now I feel invisible. I avoid mirrors, etc. I go with my good girlfriends to the Bahamas because I can't imagine putting on a bathing suit or taking group photos.
You're not alone, honey.
I know people aren't judging me, but I'm definitely judging myself. How do I get that spark back when your body has changed much beyond recognition?
Let's talk to Mel.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, you don't have to suffer. We have many things for women now with menopause that we didn't even 20 years ago. So right off the bat, it sounds like your estrogen has plummeted, which is normal. And some people can slide through that and some can't. Like
mine went to 6. It was horrible.
Really?
Yeah. And the guy's like, I can't believe you haven't driven off a cliff yet. I was like, oh, is that bad that I have 6?
Or that bad that I drove off a cliff already and I'm still alive.
Well, we all lose our estrogen, right? When you stop dropping eggs, you don't have estrogen. But some people are fine and some aren't. And it sounds like you're having pretty severe symptoms, including insulin resistance that's causing you to have visceral fat. And it just becomes a snowball effect. So I would go to a doctor and talk to them about hormone replacement, first of all. And then second of all, if you're not changing anything in your life and you have a good diet, you're exercising, you eat a lot of protein, you don't eat processed food, those are baseline. That's the first thing you should do. And if that still isn't working, since we become insulin resistant, no matter what, you could try a little GLP-1. And that helps with that.
What is that?
GLP-1 is like Ozempic, Mounjaro, and all that mechanism decreases as your estrogen drops. Your ghrelin makes you hungrier. It's just the perfect storm to gain weight going through menopause. So, but we have things. You could take a GLP-1. There's nothing wrong with it. It's a great tool.
Have I taken the GLP-1 from you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're on it now.
The shot.
Mm-hmm.
Love it. And the wouldn't you suggest NAD and perhaps berberine for her?
Well, she could definitely try berberine. That's great for weight loss and inflammation. It's all about inflammation. So I don't know about NAD so much, just because I don't hear her complaining about that, but she has a lot of symptoms. It sounds like she needs estrogen replacement.
That's so interesting. I can't have estrogen. It's like my kryptonite.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. But menopause, I always think like, we go through so much. We get periods, we get pregnant, we have the babies, then we have fucking menopause. What do men have? A penis with a fucking heart on, and then you get
directional spout even. Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, honestly, women have it tougher. Let's just be honest.
Well,
yes. Thank you, Jerry.
And the other side of that is that men get all the studies. So we don't get any studies.
What?
So therefore we don't get help.
Wait.
We don't get
medical studies?
Women do not get medical studies. They dose things and consider us little men. We're not little men.
Oh,
we have our own unique brains, our own unique
and
genetics
and molecules, and we're female. I knew I was pregnant with a boy the moment I knew I was pregnant, and I said, I know this is a boy this time, because I could feel boy things. I was sicker.
That's what they say.
I was fatigued. When I had Ruby, I was like, yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. Every day I would get McDonald's. Sorry, Mel, but I would crave a Big Mac. And I was on TV. I loved it. I was a whale. And then I got really skinny again. But with Rocco, I knew it was boy hormones going through my body. I could feel it. And it was a boy. Yeah, he's amazing.
Yep,
But
it's a lot,
yeah,
but it sounds like you could benefit from a few things.
yeah.
You don't have to suffer.
Yeah, Jerry, get that penis enlargement. You don't have to suffer.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
sorry, Jerry.
I appreciate you guys really championing this. It's embarrassing. Embarrassing.
It's the cause.
I'm flying somebody in right now as we speak for it
For a penis enlargement?
from New York.
Oh,
Can you explain not in graphic detail or what, if you want to, I'd love that. But like, I always pictured them putting a pump in.
No, so that's for somebody who cannot get hard.
Oh.
So they put in a piece of plastic on the side of the shaft.
Oh.
And they pump their balls. The pump is in their balls.
No.
And it makes it go like this.
God, that's genius.
Yeah.
I'm playing some porn music right now. And
Bow, chicka, bow, wow.
But no, making it bigger is different.
Like fatter, wider,
fatter and longer.
And longer? What do you put a weight on the end? How do you do that?
Well, it's easier to get girth, but you can increase the size of the head. So you can get like, I don't know, half.
Now I'm getting all wet.
I'm grossed out. Heather's excited, and I'm grossed
I knew we
out.
should have gotten the leather sofas, the pleather ones, not the.
What do you say? What do you say?
These work perfectly fine, Jerry. They're absorbent.
Oh.
No, but that makes me so grossed out. Like, I used to watch porn. I was addicted, and porn.
Really?
Oh yeah, porn stars would send me gifts on Good Day LA, and because they knew I'm like, I love Vivid, I love and then Jenna Jameson was like, I made out with her once, Jenna Jameson,
and no orgasm, huh?
No, we were at a club.
Oh,
if a guy does that, it's no different than girls getting breast implants in my eyes.
absolutely not.
Yeah,
and it's way more important for them to be confident about the size of their thing.
Because if they're not, it's too
And let me tell you, I've created some
beasts?
monsters in their head over it.
In their head. Did you make that one guy that everybody saw during the pandemic?
Right.
Yeah.
Love that.
Who's
Thanks
that?
for sending that again.
Jerry said
He passed away, by the way.
I know.
We know that.
Oh, okay.
he was not my patient.
It was not okay.
Was that real?
Yeah, it was real.
Yeah.
Well, he would pass out every time he got a boner, no? That thing was, come on, that was 2 feet long. Looked like a baseball bat.
Yeah, that thing was gnarly.
Gnarly.
And that was flaccid. It was a baseball bat.
Flaccid.
Yeah.
Isn't that the word?
No, yeah.
Flaccid.
Flaccid.
So I have a question. It's technical and it's kind of medical and it's sort of gross. Do you have to cut it open?
No.
Okay.
That's only when they turn it into a vagina.
Oh, that's right. I know a doctor who did that.
They splice it up like
a banana.
Zucchini.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hey ladies, I'm 48. After 13 years, I feel a total wreck. I went from a pretty nice house taking family vacays to crashing in my brother's spare room, juggling overdue bills, and lying awake most nights wondering how the hell I got here. It's more than being broke. There's a lot of shame involved. My confidence is shot to pieces. I'm scared my kids see differently now, like I'm not the steady man they used to look up to. Wait, this must be a guy. Yeah, I guess so.
Wow.
How do you pick yourself up after hitting rock bottom and your whole life's been turned upside down?
Well, friends, first of all, I got cancer and I lost my house at the same time, like literally 4 days apart. I got cancer, my hair fell out, my money guy accountant calls me in and he's like, you're done basically. So I had to sell everything, my house, and I started drinking very heavily. I abused alcohol for about 5 years. And then I hit rock bottom. Yeah. My kids saw me passed out once and it scared them. And I'll never forget that. So I was like, okay, that's never going to happen again. And it never did. I never had booze in my house after that. Not once. But friends lifted me up. It took a while. But I got to the other side because of friends helping me. And Heather's an example. I lost everything and I'm still trying to pay her back, but she just gave me a lump sum of money and against the best interests of her accountant. And because of course that money gains interest, but I was in dire straits and she gave me $30,000. And I thought my life, I could cry because it was the hardest time in my life. raising 2 kids with no child support and having cancer. And then this woman, getting chemo. And I worked on the radio. I was bald and fat. But anyway.
I want to say that he's a man, and men don't have the kind of friendships that women do.
You're right.
Is that true?
I believe
It's
so.
absolutely
Jerry?
true.
I have a couple really good ones that I'm really fortunate, and it took me almost 50 years to find them. So.
Right.
But I hear it
Jerry.
all the
Agreed.
time. I hear it all the time that men don't have the connections that we do. So what can a man do if he doesn't have the support system that we do as women? How is like maybe go to groups. There's
Therapy,
there's a website that you can get together with people that have the same interests as you. I forgot what it's called. Meetup. It's called Meetup.
So what would he punch in? I'm rock bottom, lost my house, and
maybe his age group.
Yeah.
Looking for men in my age group to connect with, and I just think that support is so important when you're going through something like that.
Yep.
I think the biggest thing, and just from a man's perspective, who's also going through it because our business is changing so dramatically.
Yep.
There's just work's dried up, everybody's gone, and I'm selling my house for that very reason. Like it's time to downsize, which sucks. I've been there for 21 years.
You can move into my house.
Okay, really?
She has an apartment.
Yeah, all right.
We'll have to kick somebody out.
Yeah, we'll have to kick that other guy out.
But Jerry, I was the same way. I had my house for 23 years, and it's hard, but let me tell you, I love living. I've lost everything. My retirement's gone, everything. I love living in my tiny apartment. I know what I pay every month. I've already furnished it. It looks pretty. I'm done. I just have to worry about my life now and just me being on track. And so when you downsize, I went from 4,200 square feet to 1,000. And all of those years, all my dresses, the Tonight Show, Jimmy Kimmel, what I wore, the shoe, I sold bags, and I made so much money doing that, but I needed the cash, and then it ran out, and then Heather helped me. It's tough, but are you thinking of renting and going into an apartment?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't even really given it a lot of thought, but I need to. But I just wanted to say that what has been really freeing for me was I held my dirty little secrets, like panicking at night. Oh my God, how am I going to make my mortgage? How am I going to do all this?
Yep.
And Army taught me, really. I learned it from him because he handled it so well, the way he went through losing his fame and his money and
everything,
and was living in a 200 square foot place.
Unbelievable.
With 2 ladies.
Is that where we went to?
Yeah. Unbelievable.
And he was so transparent about it. He went on Instagram with a video when he traded in his truck because he couldn't afford the gas.
That's the first time. I had just watched House of Hammer.
Yeah.
I saw that and I was like, I fucking love this guy because he's so putting it out there. He's selling his truck, the truck he said he used to take his kids to school in. Like I could see it, and he was tearing up, and I'm like, oh my God, that was me. And I loved his brutal honesty, and it made me I invested in him then. And so for him to teach you that is the biggest lesson of all. I mean, I saw Heather and I were in his apartment.
And that he would go downstairs and take the hour before he went to pick up his kids and just like meditate. And so I thought that was
amazing.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was insane.
and just so getting back to the typer's question, it's not the caller. I just want to say, being transparent about it and sharing it with other people. Everybody's got their shit. Everybody's got their problems. Does. And you think like, oh, here out in Hollywood, everyone's got it made. No, everyone's struggling just like everybody else.
100%. And if not, even it's worse.
Yeah. So when you are open about it, and this is not the town, you never used to talk about this shit. Like, keep it all to yourself. Like lease the Testarossa that you couldn't afford, so you looked like you had it going, and then go back to your 1-bedroom apartment where nobody saw you.
All about looks.
Yeah. So that was very freeing for me. I found even if I didn't have friends, just being able to confide in the ones that I did. Luckily, I had some to confide in.
Well, I admire your candor.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's wonderful. I know about those panic attacks. I used to wake up in the middle of the night.
I had them this morning.
Did you?
Me too.
Yes. I'll tell you what I was more afraid. I was afraid of the IRS more than I was cancer. When I got cancer, I was like, yeah, fuck off. Whatever. She's got it. The surgeon's got it. They're going to cut it out of me. That's their job. The IRS and not knowing where I was money-wise, that scared. I always thought that men were going to knock on my door and put a notice on my door, and I would cry every day in the shower about it. And people, would say, "Oh my God, you're cancer," and I'm like, I flew through cancer, no problem. Take the tits off, give me the chemo, let's go with the radiation. The IRS, you never want to go up against them. ever. The lawyer even said, look, this is a picture of her. She's bald. She has cancer. She has 2 kids. Her ex-husband does not pay any support. They were like, oh, well.
Really?
Yeah. And when the lawyer told me that, I just remember dropping my phone and everything came out of my body. It was like a shake. And I just sat on my bed and I'm like, I've lost it. It's that feeling where you think you're going to poop or you're going to, like, it was like so weird. But I got through it, and you just get to the other side and you're like, hey, I just enjoy this moment right here, right now.
I had a meltdown driving down to the racetrack down San Diego last year, just in a heavy conversation about money and everything. And it just all came out at once. And I couldn't drive for like an hour. Like you keep it inside. It's intense.
It's a physical thing. Yeah. It's a mental that becomes physical, and your body shakes and your mind goes all these places. I remember the first time they said that I owed $750,000. I dropped down crying and I said, am I going to jail? That's how out of it I was. I knew nothing about my money. Nothing. I would just go and be the circus clown and earn the money for all the fucking men in my life and take care of the kids. And I thought everything was fine until 750. And then the other tax attorney said, no, it's actually 1.2 million. And with the fees, penalties. And I said, bye to my house. Yeah.
So what did you do to get you out of that rock bottom?
Heather helped me tremendously.
But just mentally.
Heather helped me a lot with that, and my friends. I had a nervous breakdown. That's the other thing. And I had to go to see a psychiatrist. And then I was 5150 because I was abusing, but they didn't actually write it up as that because I talked my way out of it. Because the guy was like, I used to love you on Good Day LA. I was like, yeah, it was the shit. That was a fun show, right? And he's like, you're okay. You're not crazy. I go, no. He goes, you don't want to kill yourself. I'm like, why the fuck would I? I would never do that to my kids, ever. I just want to sleep. Yeah. And I told the paramedic that. He's like, for how long? I go, forever.
I said the same thing.
And they put
Me
you
too.
on
I think
suicide.
you're crazy, right?
Okay, right? And I said, and then I remember saying to him, I didn't want a dirt nap.
Right.
I just want to fucking
just
lie.
want to turn off. Just want to turn it off for a while.
Stop everything, right? I remember driving through like San Bernardino on my way to the mountains, and I would want to make sure I can live in the smallest whatever house, as long as I could still see myself living there, as long as I'm happy, as long as I have like whoever I was with or my dog, if that I could live there with the curtains that are whatever.
Yeah.
If I could live there.
In the mountains, in the house.
No, that wasn't the mountain house. It was before getting to the mountains.
Oh, wow.
It's like the meth capital of the world area.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I know that
I
area.
just wanted to make sure
that you'd be okay.
I could do that and I'll be okay.
Wow.
And I'd always do that. I still do it.
That's amazing.
But I still love my home. I worked so I can pay those crazy bills.
Your
house is gorgeous.
But it feels just so light and
I call it God's country.
It feels like
when
I'm up there with God.
Yeah.
But I could still be down there and still be with God.
What I've learned is I moved to that smaller place, and I really learned it from Army, to be honest with you. What he moved into, if he opened his front door and his neighbors did, they could still be in their apartments and shake hands, right?
Right.
So fucking insane.
That's so true.
But I looked at him.
You can also be in your bed and shake hands.
Yeah, exactly. I looked at him and how it's so crazy how he moved into that, and his spirit was still light, and he's like, I've been to the bottom and I've got nothing to hide anymore. And what's amazing to me is the other day I was flicking through channels and I saw Gary Oldman. It's one of my favorites. I start watching this movie, and Army's all over this movie. He plays like an agent, and they're up in Montreal. I think it's called Crisis. It was really good. And flicking through other movies, and it must have seen that I watched him. Then it shows he's in a movie called Rebecca, the remake, and it's him and some other. And then I see some other Army, Call Me by Your Name. I'm like, holy shit, this man. Yeah. My favorite movie, Man from U.N.C.L.E. I fucking loved him in that. But you're looking at, and I did see his house. They had like a interview with him. The most beautiful. You looked at his life, and then Heather and I went to his podcast, and he's in a very smaller than this podcast. And he's just like, hey man, welcome. I got a candle. And I thought, he's going to make it. Like, you have to have that attitude. Like, for me, I would tell my kids, we're on a journey. Because they're like, Mommy, an apartment. I'm like, hey, I started my career living in an apartment. I go, what we make it, but I made sure it was a new apartment, and I made
a
it
nice
perfect.
apartment.
Not like Army's.
And it's a very nice apartment. Yeah, Army's. I still could have polished that turd. I'm telling you,
for sure you could have.
But it's all about attitude.
It
And
is.
gratitude. So I said, I'm still here.
Gratitude.
Right?
When I was at my house, Tommy and I were getting a divorce or about to, and I just thanked God out of the kitchen. I looked out and I go, thank you so much for allowing me to live here for as long as I could. I appreciate, love it, and thank you. Then I got Melrose Place and I got to buy him out.
Oh, no.
Wow.
I was like,
nice.
That's
Fucking that's
crazy,
awesome.
Heather.
I'm like, what the heck just happened?
Cry.
I know,
That is
cry.
insane.
It's life changing. Your life can change in a minute.
Right. And good, or either way, I was grateful to live there and I could go somewhere else. I looked at other places in the same area.
Yeah.
But
what a gift.
Actually, the worst thing to lose would be your kids.
Absolutely.
You gotta
and I would say,
so you'd be grateful for the kids.
But I didn't have my daughter then.
Oh.
That's true. You didn't have Ava until
Tommy.
Richie. Yeah, you were with Tommy at that point. But the gratitude was there. Thank you, Lord.
Yeah.
You know what I learned from being down
Yeah.
is once you come out of your rock bottom, and I forgot the caller's name, but once you
He didn't give it to us.
Yeah.
John Doe.
When you come out of your rock bottom is when you can really feel happiness because you know what it feels like to feel worse.
Yeah, right.
So you know what happiness feels like more than ever, and you can be more grateful.
Just a step up from rock bottom.
Yes.
Yeah. And you're like, out of that suffering.
Yeah.
100%.
And it's the best thing ever. And you're automatically happy.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. And I'm also very grateful to God. I always give it up to God and I'm not a church goer. I'm just a very spiritual person who's been very grateful to God.
Well, isn't that special?
Thank you, church lady.
I do have one quick question for Heather, though. Since she mentioned Lee Majors, I just want to know when he gets hard, did he make that $1 Million Man sound then?
It's the best. That was my favorite thing.
Did you say when he
up.
gets hard?
Yeah.
How do you know I slept with him?
He just wondered.
I thought you said you did.
No, she said she dated him, but
and then ran into the closet.
But no, that was Tom Cruise.
Oh,
but when she was with Lee Majors, he was very attracted to her, and he probably got boners, and the sound was.
Oh no! Hit the cues.
Shut boy.
Oh, I love that.
Well, thank you so much. Great calls today and great text messages.
Yeah.
You guys are awesome. We love
thanks,
you.
Jerry, for your input.
Jerry, we love you.
Thanks, Jerry.
You're the only. I have very good gay friends, and you're my straight friend.
And you're the
You call me
gayest.
gay?
And you're the gayest of them
you
all.
have a gay gene.
Because I love vaginas.
You do. I know you do. Vaginas.
Even if they've been wieners first.
But
No,
Jerry,
I don't like it.
you are a feminist.
still
You're
smell
like
like dudes.
you're like Howard Stern, right?
Yeah, I am. I'm a
You're like
feminist for sure.
you're a feminist. Yeah. By the way, the microphone that's on my table is from Howard Stern. If anyone has seen it,
Also, I want to thank Mr. for all his mischievous shit.
for all the shit he's
he
ripped
was
apart.
up to some shit. Yeah.
I usually throw the toilet paper roll and he goes after it.
We'll get you one.
Because he likes to hump
ripped
my leg.
apart.
That's why he likes it.
Oh, I saw him. Like, oh my God. Oh my God. He's getting
I was
into the
waiting
food.
for him to start humping a purse.
getting
I thought he was
mad at
humping
this.
the paper towels.
You should
knocked
see.
over water.
You should see in the wide shot. There's this tiny little mystery head right in front of Heather, like in the
I
corner
love
of the
it.
table.
He blends
Very
in
cute.
with the carpet.
He was
does.
going nuts
He was,
today.
going,
he
he was going
He was.
crazy.
Well, we are here every Wednesday, and we love hearing from you. And that's the end of What Do You Want?
What do you want?
What do you want?
Say goodbye, ladies.
What